Okay, it's time to get into it. Let's talk about my opinion and my observations on the moon signs, okay? So, for everyone out there, all 12 signs, check your moon sign, which will be the second sign after your sun. What your moon sign is going to tell you is basically how you process emotions as a person. The moon is responsible for emotions and feelings and things like that. So, if you are someone who's very emotional and maybe your sun sign is not one that is emotional, like let's say, for example, you're a Capricorn sun and a Cancer moon, those are complete opposite ends. You may be way more emotional as a Capricorn than if you just had any other moon, or even if you had another water sign moon, like if you were a Capricorn sun with a Pisces moon, you could still be very emotional. But in this case, I'm just saying that basically the way that you deal with your emotions, the way that you process them, the way that you feel about things, all comes down to what your moon sign represents for you. And this to me has always been one of the most telling of how people really are as people. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they really process things, because I feel like emotions are a big deal, and the way that you behave with your emotions represents a lot of who you are as a person. All right, so the first one that we have, obviously starting at the beginning, is Aries. If you're an Aries moon, oh my goodness, the Aries moons that I know are very loud. Like they're very abrupt. Like they speak and they don't give a fuck about your opinion. And it's not like in a mean way. Aries moons are very kind. They definitely look out for themselves first and foremost, because I mean it is the first house that's very like ego. It's very about themselves. But Aries moons are definitely known for being the life of the party. They're very, again, talkative, very outgoing. If you're somebody who has like a very low-key sun sign, like let's say you're an Aquarius sun and you have an Aries moon, I promise you, you're going to be like a lot brasher than if you were just an Aquarius, like an Aquarius sun and an Aquarius moon, or an Aquarius sun with like a Virgo moon, things like that. Having an Aries moon automatically makes you loud. Like seriously, every single Aries moon I've met are all freaking loud. And they're all really funny as well, but they're definitely very, I would say, passionate. They're just very strong and aggressive with their love. The next moon sign that we have is Pisces moon, and this right here, hands down to me, is probably one of the most spiritually impactful signs to me. Like a Pisces moon to my moon, I'm a Capricorn moon, but I'm a 12th house stellium, so that means I have like Pisces undertones in my chart. So what this means, if you're a Pisces moon, is that you are extremely sensitive, extremely empathetic. They pick up on everything. They have dreams about things, telling them the truth about whatever, basically not feeding into any delusions, just telling them the truth about the way that they feel about something or about a person. And it's up to them to actually listen to that, because a lot of Pisces moons are unintentionally delusional in the sense that they don't want to hear what something appears to be. They just want it their way. And that's understandable, but it's because they care a lot. Pisces moon cares so much about everyone, everything. I feel like every single Pisces moon I've ever met have all been very sensitive, but very kind. They've always been very kind, like very thoughtful of how people are, how they feel, the way that they talk to them. Like Pisces moon are just very empathetic, super giving, and I really think that this is probably the most sensitive sign placement. Like Pisces moons are definitely the most sensitive in my honest opinion, and they definitely are, after years of proof of seeing it from every freaking Pisces moon that I've ever seen ever. And if a Pisces moon, real quick, is not very empathetic, it's because they're closing off their emotions because they feel too much. That's just it. It's literally because they feel too much, but they still do feel it. They're just not processing that. Now the next moon sign that we have here after Pisces is Taurus. I just realized I went out of order. Pisces is before, it's the 12th one. Okay, so it's before Aries. Whatever. We got that out the way. I love Pisces moons. Taurus moons, guys, y'all are so freaking stubborn. You guys are so stubborn. Y'all are foodies, big foodies. If your sun sign is not one that represents eating a lot of food, Taurus moons love to cook. They love to eat. They love to share food. They're very gracious with their food. I know, like, food is a big deal. Seriously, it actually is. I've seen it myself. A lot of Taurus moons are just very open to indulging in life. Like, they like luxurious things. They like things that stand out to them, that are very glamorous, but they're very chill too. Like, they don't do too much, and they're not very extra. They just want what they want, and they're not going to settle for less. And they're also going to tell you exactly what the fuck is up with you. They will hold a grudge if they have to. Taurus moons are very stubborn, like I stated, and they also understand what it is to just lay down and chill out. A lot of them are very, very chill. Actually, all of them are really chill. They just like to chill, like literally just sit at home, watch a movie, chill out, and that's basically it. And they're really cool. They're really cool people. Gemini moons are definitely one of the more, how do I say it, not erratic, No, they kind of are. They kind of are like very up and down with their emotions. I've noticed that a lot with Gemini moons is that they don't really know how they feel because their moods change all the freaking time. They feel one way and then they feel another, and they don't really hold grudges. They like to just go with the flow of things, but they're very much with the shits kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like if people around y'all, around the person are talking about a certain subject, they're going to hop in and add their 2 cents, and then they can jump to another conversation and also add to that. So the way that they process their emotions is that they kind of just don't. I don't want to say like in a repressing way. They do process it, but in a very flowy way. So they'll just feel a type of way. They usually don't like to ponder on their feelings for too long. They don't like to be upset for too long. They like to just be happy. So they just go with the flow a lot, but their moods change constantly. And that's usually a factor of what they deal with for themselves. So it may not even be anyone or anything that changed their mood. It's just that they feel a type of way now because they overthought something. Gemini moons are big overthinkers, FYI. They're also really spontaneous. They want to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't really care. They just go with the flow, but they are very considerate and they are kind, but they are thinking about themselves first. That's not always a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like put yourself first, boo, as you should. But okay, the next sign that we have here after Gemini is Cancer. Cancer moons. Wow. Talk about emotional. We talked about Pisces moons being very emotional, but Cancer's moons are very intuitively emotional, just like Pisces are, but there's a difference here. Cancer moons are more personal with their sensitivity. So if you say something rude to them, they're going to take it to heart. And I feel like with Cancer moons is that they have a lot of processing of emotions to go through because they feel so much on a day-to-day basis, but they more so know what they feel. Like they understand that this thing made me sad and I don't like it, so I'm going to think about it because it just upsets me. They're not in denial much. I just feel like they're very emotional. They are very sensitive and they are very kind as well. Cancer moons are just more protective over their emotions. So if you've hurt their feelings, they're gonna avoid you completely because they don't like you anymore because you hurt them, and that's not with them. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like Cancer moons are also very generous too, though. If you're someone who's in need, they will help you. They will definitely buy you food or take care of you or whatever because they feel like they should. Like it's natural for them. I mean, Cancer sits very comfortably in the moon because it is the moon, like Cancer rules the moon. So I feel like that's definitely something that's very telling. It sits perfectly for these people. And honestly, every Cancer moon that I've met, I really like them. Like they're really nice and they're really cool and they're really sweet. Like they're very kind, bro. I'm telling y'all, they're very considerate. After Cancer moon, we got Leo moons, and Leo moons are really funny because I don't want to say like they're the attention seekers, but they kind of are. Not like in that sense though. They're not very much asking for attention, but they kind of do. I feel like the thing about them is that they do what they do, they wear what they wear, they act how they act, but they always want some sort of validation. It's not because they don't feel like they're good enough. They just like to be the star of everything, like the show, basically. And a lot of Leo moons that I've known, in my personal opinion, not my opinion, my experience, some Leo moons that I've known at an immature point, they would lie for attention. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that all of them do that, but from my experience, some of them would lie for attention because they liked the attention that they were getting. But even with that, they are very grandiose. Like, I don't know if that's how you say it. They're very grand. Like everything that they do is usually a very big show, and they like to entertain people. So they're generally very funny. I think a lot of Leo Mercuries are really funny, but Leo moons are also really funny. The thing about them though is that the way that they deal with emotions is that they're very brash, kind of like an Aries moon. It's because they're both fire signs, so they'll just tell you how they feel. They don't really give a fuck about how you feel, but they'll also keep it very real with you. So it's not like they're lying to you. They're just very honest. They're very honest, and I feel like a lot of them are very considerate. They do care a lot about how other people feel as well, but believe me when I say they will defend their honor before anything else because I mean, it's Leo. Come on. Like, that's just how it is. The next moon sign that we have here is a Virgo moon. Oh my gosh, Virgo moons. I love my Virgo moons. I'm a Capricorn moon, so it makes sense. Listen, guys, Virgo moons are some of the most freaking self-judgmental people in the entire world. They will judge themselves like crazy over some stupid shit. I'm telling y'all, like, over things that don't matter. They'll say, that was whatever, this was that. Well, no one was looking at you, no one cares, but they don't even care that no one's looking. They care that they feel that type of way about themselves, and they should never feel that way. But yes, so they expend a lot of judgment on other people. They always know the tea. Virgo's moons know the freaking tea about everything. They know everything about everyone because they pay attention. They're very observational, and they don't play around about the information that they're given, and they love to spread that information. They're not gossipers, but they'll tell you like, hey, heads up, that person this or that person that, watch out for that. Overall though, very self-sufficient, very self-organized. They got their shit together. Virgo moons got their shit together like no one else does. Believe me when I say that. Part 2 coming up. God bless.